This news update is brought to you by...
This is how we flow. Oh, the offers are quite exciting, and the prices will leave you smiling. Everybody's got a cheerful glow.
Get the new Samsung J5 plus 1 gig free data starting at just $345.
It's Tuesday, December the 15th, 2015, and this is your Barbados Today Morning News Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. In our top story this morning, the ugly impact of government's $25 per ton tipping fee has become evident in the dirtiest of ways. When a team from Barbados Today visited Butts St. Thomas yesterday, the unsightly evidence was strewn everywhere along the isolated roads in the rural district. There were coconut shells, discarded television sets, refrigerators, plastic bags of every color, and the foul stench of decaying meat and other food items made it difficult to breathe. There was even evidence of who the dumpers might be written on the barrels that were no longer of use to the importers. Barbados Today reached householder O'Brien Blackett, whose name was written on one of the barrels. The St. Peter resident said he paid a trucker last Saturday to dispose of the container, including petrol cost and the tipping fee. He said he wanted to dispose of it legitimately, insisting he did not get involved in illegal dumping. Good news for this country's food processing sector. Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Agricultural Society, James Paul, is upbeat about the prospects for expansion of a new $1 million food processing plant that's producing 100% Bajan sweet potato fries. Paul said one of the island's leading fast foods operations has already taken the food product on board. The BAS boss is particularly happy that government had invested in the plant, thus paving the way for new areas of food processing. He told Barbados Today that while this year had been a challenging one for farmers, the food processing plant was just one of the positives he identified.
This year to embrace the fruits and vegetables, we had last year we were certain as to what the entry standards would have done. We have developed a working relationship. It is not perfect. It's an ongoing process. But we are hoping, based on what's happened this year, to expand that relationship that we have with standards next year, of course, to the benefit of the farming community. What we would like to see is a rationalization of the relationship that exists between the farming community and also to the hotel sector in general, the tourism sector in general, so that we can see if we can work out that relationship, more locally produced agricultural products actually going into the hotel sector, tourism sector, and Barbados being able then to earn greater amounts of foreign exchange.
Paul also reported stability in the livestock industry, particularly pork, but singled out the poultry sector as one of the bright spots in local agriculture.
We have seen, in respect of the poultry industry, growth. This, of course, I think we have seen now a record year. We have never seen this type of growth, where for the first time this year we are going to produce 10 million birds. This has not happened in the industry before. But also, what is more important as far as that is concerned, it means, therefore, that it's going to impose challenges on two levels. One, it has imposed some challenges to our feed company. They have to cope with that demand, and I think they have to ensure that they continue to give farmers a good product. We also have, in terms of, the invested people like Chickmont Foods and Fasson Foods and these people, and also Star Chicken Cool Chick, they have had a lot of underutilized capacity in the last 2 years or so. For the first time, we are seeing that capacity being utilized, which of course sells well for the industry.
The island's largest religious denomination has responded to government's proposed gender policy, which does not address same-sex unions. Government legislator and women's activist Irene Sandiford Garner told the press launch of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 5 champion yesterday that she expects such a move to generate heated debate. Sandiford Garner, who is the parliamentary secretary in the Ministry of Tourism and International Transport, reiterated that a draft of the policy had been completed and was going through the process before being taken to Parliament for discussion. Scientific Garner said while the policy would be tackling many areas, there are some which are still in contention. She cited those areas where the lesbians, gays, bisexuals and transgender movement is not happy with some of the specific clauses that do not speak to same-sex relationships. However, Anglican Bishop of Barbados, Dr. John Holder, said last night that while the church in Barbados and in the province of the West Indies did not and would not support discrimination against persons because of their sexual orientation, at this stage, it preferred to hold on to the principles of marriage between a man and a woman.
We treat each person, a human being in this world, as a child of God. We accept the fact that there are different orientations in sexual orientations among human beings, and that has been there for the dawn of time. We accept that. But we hold on still in this part of the world, in this community, in this province, in the West Indies, we hold on still to marriage as that between a man and a woman. So we have not gone to the stage where we're treating marriage as a same-gender marriage. We're not there yet.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It was days before Christmas. I had so much to do. Shopping, more shopping, and I was feeling blue. There's a mother, father, a wifey, and friend. Lots of things to buy, but there was no money to spend. I found the answer. The BT shopping spree. 15,000 in goodies. Free, free, free. It's easy to enter. Nothing hard to do. Follow my instructions and a winner can be you. Visit facebook.com/Barbados today. Do it quickly and fill out your form to enter this spree. Look, I'm shopping at the Cost-U-Less Mega Store. Come down, fill your trolleys with goodies and more. And like me, you too can say, ho, ho, ho.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Welcome back with news from the region now. The new 11-member cabinet of St. Vincent and the Grenadines was sworn in last night as opposition politicians continue to protest the results of the December 9 general elections. Speaking at the ceremony, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonzalez said it must be affirmed, particularly to the supporters of the ruling Unity Labour Party, that its electoral triumph must not in any way engender in its members a sense of what he called triumphalism. The main opposition New Democratic Party, which has refused to accept the results of the polls, staged a protest outside the office of the Prime Minister as the ceremony was taking place. The party has said it will file election petitions in the court today. The electoral office said that the ULP had won 8 of the 15 seats contested in the elections, with the remainder going to the NDP that has vowed not to attend Parliament until the results are nullified. In more regional news now, St. Kitts Nevis Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris will in the next few hours deliver his government's first budget since coming to office back in February, and he is assuring the residents that there will be no new taxes. Prime Minister Harris says his coalition government is aiming to expand both its economic and social agenda, including the reformation of the Citizen by Investment Program, renewable energy, education, and labor issues. He says the new fiscal policy also affords his administration the opportunity to ensure that a number of policy initiatives can be adequately resourced. On the international scene, President Barack Obama says the U.S. is hitting so-called Islamic State harder than ever. Obama said in a Pentagon speech that more airstrikes were launched against the group in November than in any other month. He said that in recent weeks, The U.S.-led coalition has killed a number of its leaders and attacked the oil facilities it uses to finance its operations.
As we squeeze its heart, we'll make it harder for ISIL to pump its terror and propaganda to the rest of the world. This fall, even before the revolting attacks in Paris and San Bernardino, I ordered new actions to intensify our war against ISIL. These actions, including more firepower and special operations forces, are well underway. This continues to be a difficult fight. As I said before, ISIL is dug in, including in urban areas, and they hide behind civilians, using defenseless men, women, and children as human shields. So even as we're relentless, we have to be smart, targeting ISIL surgically with precision. At the same time, our partners on the ground are rooting ISIL out town by town, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block. That is what this campaign is doing.
And on that note, we end our Barbados Today morning news update. However, you can join us again this afternoon. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune into Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.